Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Today I'm gonna share with you a rack I've been using a lot, especially when I'm doing industrial techno. I've been using in my template, just a bit repeat to get this scatter effect that you can put at the end of the 16 bar, for example. So basically, let's say that your track sound like this, and you can use it to get this effect. And then you can even go crazier. Alright, so let's dig into Ableton and see how I made the rack. Alright, so obviously we're gonna use Ableton bit repeat. By default it will sound like this, mainly because the interval is 1 bar, so it's repeating every part of the repetition. We don't want that, so the trick here is to bring the interval to 132, so this way is it too short compared to the grid repetition as well, so it doesn't trigger. It doesn't do anything, except if I press on the repeat button, so you will hear it will now work. Now you can hear there is a kind of weird fading effect. This is because the repetition is playing on top of your track, and what you want actually is just to have the repetition and not the track playing anymore. So if I put in insert here, you will hear that now it's gonna stop the whole track and just play the repetition. Alright, and we are pretty much set. So now you can change obviously the speed with the grid button in here. So if you want to have something a bit slower first, maybe that's how it will work. So now we're gonna create the effect rack. So there is different way you could do different things you could map, either the on-off button, change the grid. I found the easiest way and the most memorable way to do is to just have one macro with the speed and each different step. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each step have a different speed, and this way it's pretty easy, especially when you wanna automate on your arrangement or stuff like that. And so we're gonna map the toggle on-off of the repeat to macro 1, and we go to mapping, and we want it to just play when the macro is on 1. So this way now we are on 0, but when I will increment by 1, it will create the repeat. Now you can just duplicate and basically just change the speed here and having 116. So then after you can experiment and choose the speed you want, but I will recommend to go this way. And so now it's gonna do like this. You see now it's triggered the 16.1, and you can go on and until the 132. And here again, you need to go to your mapping to select only 3, 3. This means that it will only activate the repeat button when it's on 3 for the third one, and 2 for the second one, and 1 for the first one. So this way we have. So I could have leave it like this. In my original rack, I have actually just have 2 speed because that's the one I use the most, the 2 first one. Here I decided to go a little bit further. The problem is that now what will happen is that your grid speed, the speed of the repetition, will be faster than the interval. So even if the repeat is off, it will still trigger it. So the way to counter this problem is to map the toggle on off as well to the repeat button to the macro 1. What I've done in the original rack is I actually map all of the on and off. So this way it might save a bit of CPU. And if you go to your mapping here, you need to do 1, 1, 2, 2, and so on. So now this way you have like this, and then I've done exactly the same for 128 and 256 every time I double the value, and that's how you get the final rack here. So that's a great way to use it with the macro when you are creating the track in the session or arrangement view. You can easily automate. Now if you're in the live performance, it's not really that convenient. So what I will do is I will just remove all the mapping of the macro, and I will just assign every repeat button of every device to a pad on the MIDI controller. So this way you will have one pad for the 1.8, one part for the 1.16, and so this way you can live just tap when you need this repeat effect. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty easy, simple rack, but pretty effective. Hope you like this video. As usual, the rack is available for free, the link in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe before to grab it. It's a great way to support me, and see you soon guys for our next video. Bye.